All right, guys. Hi. After a couple stops and starts, due to the new setup we're trying to go for here, we are finally live. What's up, y'all? I'm Rich Slaton. Today, bringing you 2 Super Scrims. That's right, absolute Super Scrims. What the heck does Super Scrims mean? Well, it means that these players are going to be going to full best-of-5 sets. Full best-of-5s where they will be playing, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 or 5 sets. No matter who wins sets 1 through 3, we're going to go the whole way through. Each team has a chance to win a bit of money for winning each set, so a little different format than what you're used to. It's going to be 2v2, then 3 1v1 sets in King of the Hill, but no matter what, all 5 sets will be played. A chance for the players to work out a bit, a chance for you to see some of these players before they head in to CRL and get your first look at some of these teams. So I am very, very excited. We're going to go ahead. I know it's been delayed a little bit, so I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Let's go ahead and jump right on in to our very first match of the day, and it's going to be Tribe Gaming. The debut on the western side, of course. On the right, you can see Jupiter King and TNT coming and join this high-octane lineup. And, of course, Buffmac and Azealis. So it's a big-time roster all the way top to bottom. A lot of big expectations for Tribe Gaming. We'll see if they can live up to them. Across from them today, a new version of Cream eSports. A lot of shuffling has happened with this roster over the last few weeks. And, of course, Diego E. far on your left-hand side, certainly been with the team for a long time. Belican with on the right-hand side in the Orange Crown League with Cream making his return to CRL this season. Yarai moving over from the now-defunct Fnatic Clash Royale team. And Pedro finally stepping in after some last-minute roster changes that we're not going to go into. So let's go ahead and jump in to our first match. It's going to be 2v2. Very, very excited. It's going to be Saint Belican and Diego E. facing off against maybe a bit of a surprise here. Let's go ahead and jump into the game as it gets up. We'll be with that in just one moment, but maybe some of you expected the matchups to go a certain way, but here we go. It's going to be something that you didn't expect. Buffmac and Azealis as the 2v2 duo here at for Tribe Esports or Tribe Gaming. Very excited to see how these two play together. By the way, if you are watching on YouTube, I am also streaming this over on MadCat TV, a new streaming platform. If you want to check that out, go on ahead. I'd love to see what you guys think about MadCat bringing that into the mix, and it might end up being my long-term streaming home. So it's still growing right now as a platform, but I'm excited to get involved with it. So go check it out on MadCat if you want. The link, of course, is there in the YouTube chat. Here we go. Skelly Barrel, which has been so popular in head-to-head play, now a part of the overall meta. And you know what? I just realized, might be in a 2v2, I might realize that we aren't getting. There we go. I just realized 1 second. Let me give you guys the proper sound export, and boom. There we go. Now we are all online with sound, guys. And we should be up and ready to rock with all that sound. It was a bit quiet there for a moment. Sorry about that one. But we are now back and ready to go. The bans for this set of 2v2 are going to be Tornado and Tornado. I forgot to put the bans up because it was a little bit late on this one. Yes, I am streaming this as well on MadCat TV. So if you want to see this over on MadCat, go ahead and check it out there. It is also available on MadCat, which will eventually, potentially, be my permanent streaming home. And it will be a mixture of MadCat and YouTube for video content and MadCat for all streaming content. Yeah, Azealis does have excellent English. So those of you who are concerned about the combination of Azealis and Buffmac, Azealis has much better English than I have French. So certainly able of working together, and Tribe is really happy about having both two really solid 2v2 duos to go back and forth with. Of course, TNT and Jupiter King can play 2v2 together very, very well. Buffmac and Azealis can also do it. So lots of flexibility with this powerhouse lineup for Tribe Gaming. Cream really excited, of course, to have St. Belican over in CRL. The plan was for him to come out in the fall, but due to our current situation, he is already done with school, so might as well play CRL. Here he is, paired with Diego E for 2v2. So I haven't seen a second Graveyard yet from Tribe Gaming, although we're assuming that that's what they are running as their second card. We'll see, of course. And there we go. It's 2 Graveyards down. Tribe Gaming putting the pressure on the left-hand side. Skelly Barrel in on the right-hand side. Perfect log to stop the Skeleton Barrel. That's a lot of damage left-hand side. 627. Yes, I will bring the game sound down just a little bit, guys. Don't you worry. Let's go ahead and bring that game sound down. Let me know if that's a slightly better level. Happy to make some adjustments on the fly as we go on. Giant Skeleton does not get close enough. That would have been huge if it had, but does not. Royal Giant, Giant Skeleton down right-hand side. Graveyard Mega Minion down left-hand side. I don't know if they have the poison available. Poison does come in a little bit late here. Does not do enough to support the Skeleton. The Skeleton Barrel does not get there. Here we go. Royal Giant right-hand side, 578. We are now in Spell Cycle range, potentially. Hog Rider in, trying to break all the way through here for Cream eSports. Doing their best to hold on. That is within poison range. Doesn't need it. Skeletons take care of business on the left-hand side. And there you go. That's going to be GG. Well played. Game number 1 in the books. Let's go ahead and give you some stats, courtesy of your friends at Stats Royale. We'll be back with game number 2 in just one moment. So a good first game from Tribe Gaming. They certainly are happy to see that come out that way. And yeah, the request is going to be in game number 2 coming in just a moment. Tribe Gaming, first look at their 2v2, getting it done. Very interesting to see that they're going 2v2 for a lot of people with this pairing as opposed to with Jupiter and TNT, but keep in mind, all 4 of the players on Tribe Gaming perfectly capable of crushing it in head-to-head play. Over on the Mad Cat chat, hey Kia girl, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for joining in. Chech over there, or Check03 over there. Thank you very much for joining on Mad Cat, guys. There's the Mad Cat link. Go ahead and check it out. Guys, you will see the Team Galaxy roster later today. Very excited to show it to you. You might have guesses on what Team Galaxy is. Who knows? St. Pelican, Diego E, bottom of your screen, top of your screen, of course. Tribe Gaming's Buffmac and Azili. It's been a long journey for both of those 2 players. Buffmac has been on Liquid, has been on Energy, and now maybe has found his long-term home with Tribe Gaming. Same thing with Azili's. Azili's and Buffmac, former teammates on Liquid. You might not remember that they were teammates together in CRL EU back in 2018. Of course, then Azili's took a bit of a trip over to Team Queso, had some solid success there. And now both these guys here with Tribe Gaming. Diego E had spent his time in CRL, but then after some disappointing performances, took some time off from CRL, really put together some solid performances outside of the Clash Royale League, and now is back in as a 2v2 specialist. And St. Pelican, certainly a good partner to have in 2v2, of course, not going their way so far right now. If things hold on for the next minute 19 seconds, it's going to be Tribe Gaming moving on with the set victory. Remember, this is not a bracket today. These are just 2 full super scrims, 2 full best-of-5 scrims. We'll be going through all 5 sets. Very excited to see what they have in store. A lot of big-time 1v1 matches today. Very excited for it. No, Tribe is going to be top of the screen. That's how all the graphics are built. So Tribe will be top of the screen the whole time. And that's going to be second tower down. Tribe Gaming pouring it on. Graveyard both matches. And Graveyard certainly carrying the day for these squads. So there you have it. Tribe Gaming solidly taking the 2v2 set without really breaking a sweat at any point. Let's go ahead and take a look at your stats view courtesy of our friends at Stats Royale. And I'm going to make a little adjustment here to the positioning of that Stats Royale page. 1 second here. because it is just a little bit off-center, driving me crazy. There we go. Nice and locked in. Tribe wins set number 1. Now moving on to our 2v2, or to our 1v1 set, our first of 3 1v1 sets. And Tribe's going to be bringing out TNT for this first 1v1 set. And Cream is going to be bringing out someone many of you are probably very excited to see. I know I'm excited to see him. It's going to be Pedro, who's finally going to be moving in to the 1v1 gameplay, finally be moving into Clash Royale League for this 2020 season. A lot of people very excited to see what Pedro does now that he's finally going to be in CRL. I know I'm certainly pumped. He has been phenomenal outside of CRL, and it's been frustrating for him not to be able to get a shot at the big leagues. Well, now he finally does. Let's go ahead and jump on in. Game number 1, TNT and Pedro. And of course, if you want to check it out, go ahead and check this out over on Mad Cat TV, where this will also be streaming live. In fact, I just realized I forgot to post about this on Twitter. So let's go ahead and get that happening while you guys watch some really excellent Clash Royale. So give me 1 second, guys, as I go ahead and get this one up on. This is the problem with working with 2 computers. And not having my co-commentator, who I was unable to get in today. So it will be just me, unless a friend of mine shows up at the last second to rescue me. But for the moment, it's going to be just me today on the commentary. We'll see what happens. And it is, wow, big surprise here, the Goblin Hut. Anybody else tired of the Goblin Hut yet? Is it just me, or is it everybody tired of the Goblin Hut? Maybe. It is certainly a, can be frustrating for some players. I'm going to go ahead and post this up on Twitter right now and then be back with you guys with my full attention. Here we go. Give me 1 moment, everybody. The issues with the streaming service made it a little bit hard to get everything, all the ducks in a row this morning. And here we go. It's going to be Tribe versus Cream. Liquid versus Galaxy. And there we go. All right. Tweet is out, and I am back. Hi, everybody. Did I miss everything? Did you miss me? So Graveyard for Pedro. Gonna see a lot of Graveyard today, that's for sure. No real surprises there. Here we go into sudden death overtime. Minor Giant Skeleton Balloon, and just pulling back that Knight, making sure it's not going to cross the bridge and support that Graveyard push on the left-hand side. And here we go, TNT. Heavy on the right-hand side, seeing the Goblin Hut not in range. We'll get death damage, but not much more beyond that. That Goblin Hut making a nightmare for this deck. Clogging up the lane for the Giant Skeleton, making it harder for that Balloon to get all the way through. Really, really brutal. Here we go, left-hand side, Graveyard in for Pedro. You see those spawned, those death spawn goblins, those spear goblins. So frustrating. You see doing a lot of work on that baby dragon. Giant Skeleton crosses the bridge. Not really sure how TNT is going to make a go of this one here. This is a good opportunity, though, This is a very good opportunity to connect. And the Goblin Hut comes in last second. Look at that tornado from TNT. Does get a connection. Death damage going to come in. TNT with a good shot here. Doesn't have a big spell. Has to play really good defense. Miner goes in to the inside sneaky corner. Gets enough shots on Zap in. TNT stealing it from Pedro. TNT, a thief. Somebody check that man's pockets. He just robbed Pedro of that game. What a wonderful finish. Man, Clash Royale. I am so excited for this next season, guys. It is going to be so fun getting to see the high level of gameplay, both here and in the East, of course. The East has also been phenomenal, so that's a big win. Big time win. And here we go. Tribe 1 up. There, of course, is your stats, courtesy of Stats Royale. Waiting on our game number 2 here. Pedro's certainly going to take another look and see if he can figure out if he can reset some of this stuff. Come up with a different look here for TNT. Right now, Cream running away with this one. And here we go. Let's jump into our game number 2. Let me go ahead and throw that Mad Cat link into the stream, into the chat one more time, guys, if you want to check it out. Oh, it looks like I'm having a little trouble there throwing that link in. We'll try it one more time. Boom, if you're watching on YouTube, guys, go check this out on Mad Cat, a new streaming platform where I may be moving all of my streams to eventually. Split up the YouTube video content from the streaming content, but we'll see what happens. Hypernova saying Pedro lagged out on the snowball. I didn't see if in chat they decided to make a replay out of that one, but we will see. No King Tower activation here on the jump with the Mega Knight. You see what TNT was going for, not able to get it done. Guys, I'll do my best to check in with the chat when I can, but I'm going to try to focus on bringing you the best gameplay possible today and calling you through all the action. By the way, if you're on YouTube, go ahead, hit a sub. I'm bringing you more of this stuff. There'll be some streaming content here for a while, potentially, and then, of course, more fun video content will be coming your way over on YouTube. Miner Skelly Barrel Mega Knight for Pedro. Wondering if this is the Giant Skeleton version for Tribe. Hog Giant Skeleton has become a thing people do in head-to-head play. Who would have thought it? And the log comes in perfectly timed there, and you see TNT. I mean, you can't get that tighter. Doing a good job of maximizing that elixir. And Hog into the right-hand side for TNT, trying to keep the pressure on the Hunter. Will keep it from doing too much damage, although the EQ gets a little bit extra help there. 1503 right-hand side as we go into double elixir time. Hog in on the right-hand side. Mega Knight has not been getting much done for Pedro thus far. And you see trying to slow down that Hog still gets a hit. Seems like TNT's going to get a hit with that thing every single time. Miner to the back for Pedro. Skeleton Barrel gets picked up high by the bomb tower. Interesting Hog Fight Cycle variant from the Tribe player. It's been all TNT. Good high Hunter there on the Musketeer, getting some nice distraction. But TNT now starting to put on some of that cycle pressure with the EQ. Poison in. This Skelly Barrel will connect a little bit, but barely going to tick under 1800 HP on the right-hand side. Pedro has to find some way to not let the next Hog get a hit, although TNT might just spell cycle him out here. He has the defensive tools, he has the bomb tower, has the Knight, has the snowball, has the Musketeer. He's running triple spell, which is bananas. And Hog Rider in, Mega Knight out of cycle, Hunter out of cycle. That's going to be GG, well played. Solid snowball there from TNT. That's it. TNT with the clean 2-0, and so far, Tribe Gaming looking like what everyone feared what everyone expected, what everyone hoped. I know this is a preseason scrim, but come on, folks. If you're watching right now, you have to be impressed with what you're seeing out of Tribe Gaming so far. Working on getting those stats up for you. But the stats machine being a little bit behind the schedule, so as wait for that one to come in. There we go. Stats now up. Courtesy of your friends at Stats Royale. Hey, have you guys wondered what your next chest is going to be? Well, guess what? Stats Royale will tell you. That's right. They have that information. You want it, they have it. So there you go. We're 2 sets down. Let me go ahead and update le scoreboard, s'il vous plaît. And that's going to be a 2-0 win for Tribe in our second set. Moving on to our third set. And we're going to see someone I'm sure that many of you are very excited to see in that Tribe red. Buffmac coming out for Tribe Gaming, and on the opposite side for Cream eSports, we're going to see St. Bellican in the head-to-head play. So this will be an interesting matchup between the two Brits, the UK teammates. Very curious to see how well these two know each other once we get into things. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and check this thing out on Mad Cat. Let's go into the action. Buffmac, top of your screen, St. Bellican at the bottom. And let's see, guys. I'm not really reading much of the chat right now because it's just me today. Oh, sup, Rich, over on the Mad Cat. Guys, if you want me to read chat, jump over to Mad Cat. It's a lot less hectic over there. And I actually have it bigger on my second screen than my YouTube chat. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Clash with Ash just joined over at Mad Cat. Buffmac just joined over at Mad Cat. The General is up in the mix at Mad Cat. So, guys, if you're trying to get me to see something, head over to that Mad Cat stream because the chat there is a little bit easier for me to read right now. It's actually bigger font as well. So Buffmac and Bellican certainly experienced with each other. These two guys know each other in and out for sure. And the first appearance of the Heel Spirit today in our Clash Royale action. Maybe Heel Spirit on both sides with Bellican running Royal Hogs. We'll see. Very curious to see over time how the Heel Spirit settles in. So far, it's really been in more swarmy decks, whether it be Royal Hogs or helping out with a big old Fireball bait deck when you have the Minion Horde and Barbs and things like that. Although there's questions of might the Heel Spirit find its place in things like Royal Giant with a lot of bridge battles taking place, or even in a Giant Skeleton-based deck. Again, bridge battle-based fights. We'll see. And there you see a little offensive Heel Spirit action, trying to clean out some of that room. So far, St. Bellican has been more on the offensive. Haven't seen a big spell yet from Buffmac, and there you go, the 3M comes out. This was the big question I had when I saw Heel Spirit was how effective will it be with 3 Musketeers? The ability to heal up those 2 Musketeers. And look at that timing. And Buffmac times that perfectly. Those 2 Musketeers got back to full health, unable to protect them from that Mega Knight, but you see how perfectly Buff timed that Heel Spirit leap there. Man, Tribe Gaming is going to be nasty. I don't care what anyone says or thinks. If you think anything other than Tribe Gaming just became an immediate contender in Clash Royale League West, I'm going to tell you right now, you're wrong. They are super duper stacked this year. Here we go, heading into sudden death overtime. And St. Bellican is in the lead, don't get me wrong here. Belly does have the Mega Knight, which is a fantastic counter here, and Buffmac does have to time those Heel Spirits well with those poisons. You see Buff continuing to poison the 2 over there, or trying to sending the 2 over to the far side, to his stronger side, so the poison goes to his stronger tower. Flying Machine might get a connection here, and it does not. Last second Hunter picks up the Flying Machine, and now it's Royal Hogs going opposite direction with Heel Spirit behind. This is going to be a lot of damage. That bar barrel took the heal spread off the board, but it's still going to get a few hundred HP down on that left-hand side, and now we are not far away, a little under 200 HP separating these two players. Now, St. Belican splitting hogs. He has been getting a little bit better on the dual lane damage so far throughout the game. And look at that. Heal Spirit gets taken out by the Bandit. E-Wiz and Flying Machine on the left-hand side. Belly poured it on here with 1 minute left, and Buffmac just going to maybe wave the right flag or reset here. Waiting for those 3 Musketeers, making one more big push. And see that again, the 2 Musketeers going to the right-hand side, away from the weak hand tower. Both those Musketeers, though, will be taken care of very, very easily. And now does Buffmac load up? He knows that Mega Knight's in cycle, so he can't just throw 4 Royal Hogs to that left-hand side. Instead goes high with the 3 Musketeers again. Bar Barrel rolls in. Nice protection with the Dark Prince on the left-hand side. But those Musketeers getting eaten alive. 3M, you think maybe, just maybe they're still viable, but I don't know. We have not seen any evidence that 3 Musketeers is really, really ready to be played at this level yet. And there you go. St. Belican is going to take game number 1 of this matchup. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats view, courtesy of our friends at Stats Royale, as I go ahead and update our clean little scoreboard here. And that's going to be the first game win today for the blue side. So nice win there for Belly. 3 Musketeers just struggling, not quite getting it done. Something about 3M, I mean, obviously, they've been in a hard place for a long time. I don't hate it. Some people do. I don't hate having 3M be weak at the moment, but some people would love to see them back in the mix some more. And here we go. Let's jump back in. Game number 2, Belican up 1 on his countryman Buffmac. Guys, here we go into the YouTube chat. If you haven't yet, head over to Madcat, where I am reading the chat a little bit more clearly. Hypernova over in the Madcat chat saying Buffmac is going to be carrying Tribe and CRL West, just saying. I don't know. I don't know if I agree. I mean, Buffmac certainly will get plenty of wins. That's no question. But you have TNT, you have Jupiter King, who are both phenomenal players. We saw that in No Tilt Worlds. And, of course, TNT with OG and Entis last season. And then Azealis is, in my opinion, back to being a world-class player. I think that 2019 showed he still can compete at the highest level. He did a great job in the CWA Cup. Azealis is certainly still a high-level player and will pick up a lot of wins for his team this season. Although curious to see if this is the look that they go with during the regular season the most. Azealis did become a 2v2 specialist over at KOTH. Had some big head-to-head plays, but certainly did have some good 2v2 showings in Team KOTH, kind of a big part of his resurgence over there in 2019. So definitely some flexibility with these squads going either way when it comes to their 2v2 perspectives. St. Belican. You know, people kind of sleep on Belly a little bit because they don't realize that he took a break from CRL, not because of level, but because of school. But he stayed insanely active, good ladder finishes, has been great in the Orange Crown League, was great in CCS. You know, you might say, hey, the level of competition is not the same as CRL, but competition's competition, and this guy's been staying fresh. Don't forget, St. Belican is part of the only ever CRL EU champions with Team KOTH back in 2018. He was a big part of that, too. Wasn't a role player, was a central piece of that puzzle. Team Z saying hi over at Madcat. Thanks for joining at Madcat, Team Z. Excited to see you here. And Lava up again for Buff. 38 seconds left in regulation time. Lionel Ritchie asking about the Madcat app. Madcat does have an app, but it's still in testing, so it's not publicly available yet, but the app will be out fairly soon, I believe. I don't know if it has a TV app, though. Good question. 2 baby dragons down for St. Belican. Goblin Hut. Goblin Huts in both directions. I can't remember who posted about this. It might have been Colton posting about this the other day, but Goblin Hut, it's fine that when Huts have niche positions, but when they are this strong, I don't love them when they are this strong in the meta. But Buffmac certainly able to get past that one, taking down game number 2 here against his countrymen. And we're going to have our first actual best of 3 today. Let's go ahead and adjust our scoreboard. Doing all this manually from home, guys. Just me. Tribe KD just joined. And D1E90. Oh, Diego over on Mad Cat saying hi. And there is a link to test the Mad Cat app. Cool. Well, hopefully we all get a chance to see that link fairly soon. Hi, Rich. Who do you think is going to win, says Team Z over on Mad Cat. Well, remember, this isn't a true best of 5. I mean, in this best of 3, I don't know right now. Belly and Buffmac are both so closely matched. It's hard to bet against Buffmac, though, in general. Oh, and Diego linking that in the Mad Cat chat, the link to how to get it on Android. Let's go ahead and jump into our game number 3, all tied up right now, 1-1 between Buffmac and St. Belican. And guys, here you go. For those of you over on YouTube, there is the Mad Cat TV link where I'm reading a lot more of the chat there. Mostly because there's less chat there and it's bigger font. And I'm trying to read it quickly as I'm saying with things. Buffmac going back to Heal Spirit one more time. He's been the guy going to Heal Spirit the most thus far. Maybe the only guy going to Heal Spirit so far. Yeah, this is a full 5-set match, guys. We will be playing all 5 sets no matter what. It's a super scrim, so excited to see all of this happen. Are trying to make sure we arrange our set. This is going a little bit faster than I had thought, so we might need to make some arrangements to get our our second match queued up a little bit faster than I had anticipated. And that's me talking to the admins through our chat here. And Raged Up Balloon connects, and I've been playing this one a bit on ladder myself. I've been a Lumberloon. I played Lumberloon back in January. No, in February. Lumberloon was my ladder deck, and then I've been messing around with this same Heal Spirit variation that Buffmac is running this season, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Well-timed Heal Spirit can suddenly ruin your opponent's entire day. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have called it a best of 5. It's the best of 5 format, but I should have been maybe a little bit more clear on the super scrim, but they are going full 5s. And there you go. That's the balloon connection right-hand side. Buffmac taking the first tower. Belican, though, still does have plenty of time to work. And there's no strong counter to the Royal Hogs, right? There are counters that can mitigate the damage but not totally undo the damage. Over on the... I'll go over to the Mad Cat chat in just a second here. And there you go, a little bit in. Right-hand tower down to 767, 740. That's a lot of expenditure, though, to get that little damage. So Belican has a lot of work to do here against Buffmac. Heal Spirit comes in, resets a lot of that. Flying Machine not going to be enough. Snowball in. Ewiz comes in late. Is going to be a connection, though. So now Belly really has to load up here. Goes ahead and splits the Royal Hogs 3-1 to the left with 21 seconds left. That Hog on the right's going to do some damage, but not enough to really make it a threat. Flying Machine, can it get in and get on tower? It's going to get 1 shot, cannot get 2 shots. Belly going with that split might have been the nail in the coffin there. 3-1 to the left-hand side. And suddenly, man, I would have gone 2-2 there, but, you know, maybe Belican knows something about that situation that I don't. Most likely he does. He's a much better Clash Royale player, that's for sure. But there you have it. Game number 3 in the books, and this time we do go a full 3 games, and it is Buffmac coming out on top, so Tribe still looking really hot. And keep in mind, we are going to be playing the other 2 1v1 sets and the King of the Hill set. And maybe a little bit of a misnomer calling it a best of 5, but we're doing best of 5 format here. So let me go ahead as we're getting ready for our 4th. Let me actually make sure I have the graphics set up for our 4th matchup. And those of you who wanted to see Jupiter King are going to be in luck because you're going to see him here in just a moment. It's going to be a good matchup. I'm very excited about this one. Jupiter King and Yirai will be the matchup for our 4th and final game. Let's go ahead and there you go. There's the Mad Cat link in the tribe chat and in the YouTube chat one more time. Let me go ahead and take a look at the chat over here on Mad Cat. Now go ahead and say hi, everybody. How are you? I'm Rich Slaton, caster for Clash Royale League, human being, guy bringing you a little bit of a diversion, a little bit of Clash Royale here. This is going much quicker than I had expected, by the way. I thought we were going to be going very, 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 very long, but the pace has been pretty solid so far in these matchups. Jupiter King versus Uri coming up. Let's go over to the chat on Mad Chat here. Hypernova, I mean, a lot of pros think Morton, including Morton, think Buffmac is the best player in the world. He's definitely a contender. That's for sure. Buffmac is way up there, especially in the competitive world. Other questions over on Mad Chat, on Mad Cat. Mad Chat, the Mad Chat. That was well played by Buff, says Team Z. Let's see. Kale saying Rich Slaton OP. Cashman just followed over on Mad Cat. Thanks, Cashman, for jumping on, man. Good to see you. Inked Mermaid, thanks for joining the channel over here on Mad. Let's see. Hypernova says, Rich, Belly did that split because he wanted to get just enough for a poison because he knew Buffmac would defend it with everything if he went one lane, so he sent one to the Wink Tower. There's a good shot of getting back in the game. I see what you're talking about there. Oh, Beerus on the right-hand side. Hey, man, over on the YouTube side. Thanks for saying hi. Doing my best, mostly reading the chat over on Mad Cat, guys, for YouTube. It's a little bit easier for me to read. And also, go join me on Mad Cat, because eventually the streaming is going to be going there full-time, or potentially going there full-time. We'll see what happens. But here you go. Jupiter King and Uri. Oh, yes, and of course, as Sandy's saying in the YouTube chat, go ahead and subscribe when you get a chance. How often will there be super scrims, as asked Diego in the Mad Cat chat? Hopefully about once a week, maybe twice a week, but looking for once a week, hopefully. There's some other stuff happening starting this weekend that has been hinted at by the No Tilt GG YouTube, our Twitter account. So we'll see. I think I'll be able to still do these, though, during the week. So it's going to be a lot more. Royal Hogs have become central to the meta. They were already becoming more popular, and then the Heal Spirit came in and just kaboom. Right, you had that Royal Hogs Magic Archer deck that was popular when Heal Spirit was first introduced. And still, Royal Hogs, a big part of it. Icy468, thanks for joining, and thanks for the follow over on Mad Cat. How old is Uri? I saw someone ask. 72. He's the oldest player in Clash Royale. So interesting look here from Jupiter King, Royal Hogs with Hunter and the Firecracker. Some people don't like Firecracker or Magic Archer because of the King Tower activations. I might still be running this with Magic Archer. Some people think it's dead. I disagree. Just like Firecracker, you can get a King Tower activation fairly easily, but that's up to the offensive player to not make it easy to get that King Tower activation and to create the pressures where you don't feel comfortable going for that easy King Tower activation. And there you go. Mega Knight easily picks up the Mini P.E.K.K.A. and Ice Golem push. So minor Skelly Barrel with Mega Knight for Uri. And obviously Royal Hogs. A fairly quick cycling Royal Hogs deck for Jupiter King. Royal Hogs in, Snowball trying to slow them down a little bit. EQ does take these Spear Goblins off the board. And look at that, Mini P.E.K.K.A. survives long enough to get the Hunter off the board. And just like that, Jupiter King is in the lead. But the King Tower activation does come in with a nice minor from Uri. That King Tower activation will reduce the damage of those Royal Hogs a bit, but not really concerned about that is Jupiter King in the long run. Some people say, like, why would you be running Magic Archer or Firecracker at this point in a Royal Hogs deck? Well, they provide so much utility from so far back. Obviously, a little bit of Splash or Pierce, depending on which card you're using. And that King Tower activation, not that critical. Here we go. Full push, left-hand side. EQ in, trying to slow down that Hunter. Royal Hogs do get a couple of little snout pushes, but not a lot. 12-20 left-hand side as we enter into sudden death overtime. It's Jupiter King with the lead, but that can evaporate in a second. Minor to the back. Log goes high for Jupiter King to take to take those Spear Goblins off the board. And nice timing by Jupiter King to pick up a lot of that damage, and both players staying pretty tight here, although that's a lot on the left-hand side down to 742. Urai's left-hand tower, right-hand tower for Jupiter King, now under 1,000 as well. Log coming down gets a lot of value. Skeleton Barrow and Spear Goblins. Not much separating these two. 43 HP crosswise from Jupiter King and Urai with 1:13 left in this sudden death overtime. Spear Goblins in the back. And again, this is the potential to be a lot of log value. Don't know if he's going to need to use the log this time, though. Doesn't need it at all, but now under 600 HP, Jupiter King goes with the split on the Hogs because he wants to support the Mini P.E.K.K.A on the right-hand side and did not want to go right into that Mega Knight. And just like that, suddenly, Urai's in a pretty good position. Miner comes in, gets a few shots on the right-hand side. Ice Golem to pick up the Miner, but getting dangerously close to spell range as that right-hand tower now in poison range. Skeletons to pick up the Spear Goblins. One Spear Goblin does not get on the tower. Here we go, 258 left-hand side. Can he pick up that Miner? He cannot. Oh, he does on the back end. Can he do it again? No. Oh, my word. That's why you have the Firecracker in this deck. Jupiter King snipes that Mega Knight and takes the game. Wow, what a finish. What a finish. Probably everyone up there looking at Urai going, it's a matter of time before that right-hand tower falls. That's going to be GG, well played. But no, sir, Jupiter King goes, hey, yo, from way downtown and takes the win. Beautiful, beautiful win by Jupiter King. Beautiful game back and forth. So much fun to watch. Jupiter King OP indeed. Let me go take a look at the chat on the Mad Cat side. Oh, yeah, first let me go ahead and make sure to update the scoreboard here because that's going to be 1 for Jupiter King. Tribe's looking nasty. Let's go ahead and jump right back into the action. 1 up for Jupiter King. Matthews, guess who's back? Well, Matthews, why don't you be back over on Mad Cat, right? I see the chat a lot easier. Flash, what does the GIA before your eyes name mean? I forget. I think it was for a different clan or team that he was with at one point. Pendant showing the links for the mobile app, both on Android and on Apple, on iOS, in the Mad Cat chat. So if you're looking for the Mad Cat app, there's all the information on the left-hand side. And now it's Jupiter King's turn to go Miner Skelly Barrel, and he gets a lot out of that one. It's not even first minute down. And take a look at that. Urai going to fall to under 1,000 HP on the right-hand side. Under 800 HP. Jupiter King just punished him. Absolutely punished him. Team Z asking, Rich, what do you do for fun outside of Clash Royale? Well, I hang out with my son and Mrs. Slaton. I've been a stand-up comedian for 12 years. When my shoulder isn't damaged, I play a lot of Frisbee, both golf and Ultimate. I do Muay Thai. Less Jiu-Jitsu than I used to. I used to enjoy Jiu-Jitsu a lot, but oddly enough, getting kicked hurts less than getting choked. So, more Muay Thai than Jiu-Jitsu these days. Let's see, any other questions over on the Mad Cat side? Mr. Clutch, Cashman saying, wow, do the players know it's just a scrim? Yeah, right? Cashman, I don't know if they know it's just a scrim, but there's a little bit of money on the line, $10 to the team for each one set. So right now, Tribe has won $30 so far, and on the road to a clean 40 here, possibly a whole 5-0 at the end. Oh yeah, over on the Mad Cat side, go ahead and give me a follow there too, guys. Gonna be doing a big push on Mad Cat this month. There will be a lot of content for you, streaming-wise, over on Mad Cat. Some of it will be exclusive. I'll actually be showing you guys as soon as this set is over before we go to King of the Hill, because we need a minute to get those King of the Hill lineup set. I will be showing you the something that's going to be a Mad Cat exclusive tomorrow. A chance for you as a viewer to win some money playing Clash Royale. So make sure that you check that out here in just a moment. Jupiter King. That opening sequence just put so much pressure on. Skeleton Barrel is so nasty. This balloon should get a connection, though. It does get one. Might even get two here. And it does, and that's going to be tower down, and Urai has plenty to deal with this left-hand side. Make no mistake, folks, Urai is certainly in this one. Team Z asking, Rich, do you play Brawl Stars? I played a lot of Brawl Stars, especially when it first came out. I still play a little bit, but for some reason my phone, which is an iPhone 11, struggles with it. It might be something about the way my network is at home, but I just have some weird lag issues, so I don't get to play it as much. I know it's not a Brawl Stars problem, so I don't know what's going on. There we go, balloon in. Does get raged up at the last second. No, it goes straight out of the rage, but does get a big-time connection. Lumberjack goes to the front for the pickup. Ice Golem for the pickup as well. Nice timing on the log here. Uri certainly in this one. It looked like it was all Jupiter King. But Uri, now that we're in this single lane situation, he has 2 small spells, which against this deck is good. Not to mention the Heal Spirit can do some work against that as well, and the Ice Golem. So a lot of options for Uri to play some defense here against this Miner Skeleton Barrel deck. Using the log now, trying to create just a little bit more room for that balloon to sneak on through. It does get the first tower down. Nice snowball from Uri, and that's going to be a connection. Raged up balloon puts that tower down to 19 HP. Log comes in, and there you go, Uri. Getting back, come from behind win, and sending us to game number 3. This has been a, what's the word for it? This has been a slobber knocker. That's the best way to put it, an absolute slobber knocker between Uri and Jupiter King, and a whole lot of fun to watch. So I don't know about you guys. I'm glad I'm here on, it's a morning for me. I don't know what it is for you guys wherever you are in the world, but for me, I am really glad that I'm here on this Wednesday morning early to see some mischief and mayhem out of these 2 squads. 1-1 so far. Oh, yes, and after this set, I will show you what the Mad Cat exclusive is going to be for tomorrow. Over on the left-hand side, let's get Rich to 30 followers. Oh, thanks, Shajan. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Harel, love from India, new sub and new to Mad Cat. How this works? It's a streaming platform. That's essentially it. Here we go, jumping into game number 3. Flash. Brawl Stars requires pretty good connection, so it might just be a broadband issue. Possibly. I have very, very good internet, though, so I'm not quite sure what happens with me on my side. Oh, and look. It's a Goblin Hut. Let's see. Any other questions to answer over on the Mad Cat side? Nothing, but thanks for hanging out over there, guys. So Uri going Giant Miner this time around. With Cannon Cart and Heal Spirit. So this will be interesting to see. This is where I'm thinking, when I first saw Heal Spirit, my first thought was it would be so devastating in bridge battles. Right? So we might see some of that here with this Giant Miner Cannon Cart deck. Think of that. See that Cannon Cart that just went down? Think of a Heal Spirit giving that Cannon Cart just enough health to push forward and get that connection on tower. Team Z asking in the Mad Cat chat, what's my favorite Clash Royale card? The Ice Golem. Miss Adamantium Gaming, is there a reason you decided to use Mad Cat, Rich? Never heard of it before. It's a new streaming platform, and I'm very excited about it. And I'm looking for a new place to do my streams separate from my YouTube videos. For now, I'm going to stream on both. Some streams will be Mad Cat exclusive, some will be on both. There'll still be YouTube, like VOD content on YouTube consistently, but I've been looking to separate streaming from video content, and Mad Cat looks like it's going to be a cool place to be. Giant trying to make some room. Miner gets on tower, being tanked for by the big boy. Here we go into double elixir time. Uri slightly ahead with that Giant Miner push. Nathaniel saying, hey, Rich, what are your thoughts on P.E.K.K.A? She's big. That's my thought on P.E.K.K.A. She is very big. And here we go. Graveyard finally down for Jupiter King. Now, here's where I might use that Heal Spirit on the right-hand side. Uri not going for it. Instead, choosing to go on the left-hand side to keep that Baby Dragon up defensively. Probably the smarter play. Log comes in and wipes out basically all the Spear Goblins that have ever existed. Team Z in the Mad Cat chat asking, Rich, what is your favorite deck? My favorite deck changes consistently. Right now, I'm playing Hog EQ. Miner to the back. Gets on tower, taken care of by the Mega Minion, but that's still going to be a lot of damage. Very, very close. Not much separating these two, especially after that log comes in. A little under 100 HP. And there goes the Hill Spirit, giving that cannon just a little extra. Not enough to get past the Knight, though. And a nicely played log by Yirai. Yirai has been accurate today. Right, and that's a word you don't think about a lot. You think we use the word micro a lot for managing those little interactions, but Yirai's been accurate. His placements have been, like, you know, you haven't seen something that's been one tile off much from him. Chi-Town Gino made a Mad Cat account. Thanks, brother. Join the revolution. Trying to get that cannon cart through. You see the log trying to make a little bit room there for Yirai. Not able to do it, though. And Jupiter King trying to predict that miner coming through to the back. Now here we go. Graveyard push left-hand side. Miner does finally come into the back. Archers to pick up. That cannon cart making a beeline for the tower, though. Skeletons trying to stop it the best that they can. Knight does get in. Holding on here. No big spell for Yirai, but he does have miner and 2 small spells. A Goblin Hut pickup on the miner. You don't see that a lot. Snowball comes in. That's going to be it. Yirai takes this one. Wow, after that first one where you saw Jupiter King pull off a magic trick, you thought, hey, is there any stopping this kid? But Yirai had the game plan, put it together, and finally gets Cream on the board. So that's $10 to Cream, courtesy of Yirai. And now we're going to be heading into King of the Hill. So we need a minute for those King of the Hill lineups to get in. And I'll have those King of the Hill lineups for you guys in just a minute. So let's go ahead and pop back out here for a moment and take a look at this. Exclusive tomorrow, a Mad Cat exclusive $100 open tournament will only be streamed on madcat.tv/RichSlaton. 1,000-person tournament, which will be a max 3 losses tournament, by the way. It will not be completely open. It will be max 3 losses. So to curb some of that craziness for a little bit. The top 8 from that will go to a bracket, and that bracket will be a winner-take-all bracket. So a chance to win $100 if you are good enough at Clash Royale to make it through all those hoops. That will be tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, and that, I believe, is 8 p.m. in Central Europe. So go ahead to madcat.tv/RichSlaton. There's the link right there. And, of course, that's where the password will be, where all the information will be. And you can go ahead and get a chance to win $100 based off of your Clash Royale experience and skills. Mañana, tomorrow morning in the Pacific, afternoon in the East, and evening over there in Europe. So, yeah, definitely Lionel Richie. I saw that. Let's go ahead and talk to the chat here for a minute as our lineups for King of the Hill get sorted out. And give me 1 second here as I just make sure that I'm staying up on the King of the Hill lineups myself. Let's see. Where is... Need to go find that link that has all my lineups ready to go. And I believe that they are. All right, so here we go. Let me get my lineups ready here. Let me go ahead and say, hi, everybody. How are you? We are getting the lineups in for King of the Hill, so give me just a minute as we sort that out. And then I will go ahead and take a look at the chat here once I get everything sorted and ready for those moments. So here you go. Take a look. That's again. Here's what we're doing again tomorrow. Only on Mad Cat. And let's go ahead and let me organize these bad boys. Let's see. Lineup here is going to be. I don't want to say it on stream yet what the lineups are for King of the Hill because the teams are still. They don't know the lineups for each other yet. I want to make sure I preserve the fair play situation there. But I am organizing that information right now. There we go. I've got one of the lineups ready and waiting on the other one to come in. Let me just double check that. Oh, I did get the lineup. Okay. I wonder why that's not being sent. I will go ahead and send that along. We're having trouble getting a little communication with one of these lineups here, but I will go ahead and get that information over, guys. And one more time, that's tomorrow. There's the link where we're going to be seeing all that stuff tomorrow. And I'm going to go ahead and send this to... that should be pasted. There's a little communication issue, but we do have the King of the Hill lineups in. Let me just go ahead and send that to my admin real quick. I believe he has it. Oh, we should have that now. All right, there we go. Okay. So we are ready for King of the Hill. And we have some great lineups. Let me go ahead and tell you those ones right now. For Tribe Gaming, it's going to be TNT leading things off in the King of the Hill, followed by Buffmac. Azili is leading things off in King of the Hill, followed by TNT and then Buffmac. And then on the other side for Cream eSports, it's going to be Diego E, Pedro, and Garay as their King of the Hill teams. So there you go. And I believe we are ready to rock for King of the Hill finally. So we'll go ahead and get that one going here in just a second. Let me just jump back over to the chat here. Over on the Mad Cat chat, 100 follower prize. Is there a 100 followers prize? There's a $100 prize on Mad Cat tomorrow for that tournament that's up on the stream right now. So if you see that, that will be happening tomorrow only on Mad Cat. So go ahead and check that out. I believe that is going to be, those times are all correct. Sometimes it gets a little bit confusing. King of the Hill will be kicking off here with Azilis and Diego E. Keep in mind, this is normal King of the Hill, so one loss, you're out. And here we go. We should be getting that first game kicked off here in just 1 second. Hey, Hammer joining over on Mad Cat. I know I saw you there on the YouTube chat for a second. Thanks for joining over here on Mad Cat. Very excited to have you as part of the crew. And here we go. Diego E and Azilis, King of the Hill. And immediately both get aggressive. Azilis going with the hog at the bridge and opposite direction. Diego going with the skeleton barrel. This is not going to go slow. The tournament name and password Team Z will be tomorrow. Will be posted tomorrow here on Mad Cat when the stream goes live. So I'll have that information up tomorrow. But it will be an exclusive to Mad Cat, unlike this one, which is both on YouTube and Mad Cat today. If you're on YouTube, by the way, you haven't yet, go ahead, give me a sub. So Azili's going to the Hog Bomb Tower cycle that we saw beforehand. This does look probably going to be the same variation with Musketeer. We'll see what Azilis is going for. And look at that, the Express right behind the Knight. Mega Knight not able to do enough courtesy of that Knight, and that's going to be 2 shots in from the Hog Rider. 1742 left-hand side. First big hit delivered by Azilis. Skeleton barrel in. Bar barrel comes out maybe a little bit early there from the Frenchman. And wow. Yeah, you can see the oops from Azilis. Definitely delivered that earlier than he wanted to. This might be a single lane battle. We'll see if anyone pulls the trigger going opposite lane. Definitely both have the pace to do it, and there you go. Azilis does go opposite lane. Maybe believes that if he can force us to that right-hand side, he can win a new single lane battle. We'll see. Hammer asking, do I think Bomb Tower is the glue holding the meta together from Insanity? I don't know. That's an interesting question. That's a very interesting question. Some people think Bomb Tower needs a nerf, but then on the flip side, what do you do about half the craziness that's actually in the game right now? Nice poison from Diego E. Going to get value on the Musketeer and the Knight. And Skeleton Barrel in. Hog high in the middle. Does not connect for Azelis. Miner left to do his own business in the back. And this is all but done, it feels like. I don't know how Azelis is going to be able to break through and defend at the same time at this point. We've seen crazier things, obviously. But Mega Knight should be in cycle. There you go. Now cycling the EQ. Snowball does try to create some room here. 721. Miner goes to the inside. That's the sneak spot that you go to at the end of a game sometimes. Poison down. Hog Rider trying to beat out the snowball that you know is probably coming. Doesn't need it. GG, well played. Diego E taking out Azelis in the opening game. So there you go, King of the Hill game number 1. And that one goes to Cream, courtesy of Diego E. Very, very well played, young man. And that's going to be Azelis going back to the bench. Up next, TNT. So you see the stats courtesy of our friends at Stats Royale. Go to statsroyale.com. Lots of cool stuff there. By the way, if you guys want to say hi to Clash with Ash, he is in the Mad Cat chat right now. So those of you over in YouTube, if you want to go see your favorite YouTuber, he just joined up at Mad Cat. So if he's doing it, why aren't you? That's the real question. Game 2, Diego E TNT. Good showing for Diego E there in game number 1. Certainly had some solid counters to the Hog Rider, no question. But that mistimed barb barrel certainly was rough. Certainly was might have been the thing that lost it for Azelis. I'm going to take a quick look at YouTube chat. I haven't had a chance to dip into YouTube chat very much today. Let's see. Oh, Salvatore. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. If you guys haven't yet, boom, go ahead and throw a sub on the YouTube side. What's Mad Cat? Mad Cat is a new streaming platform where I'll be doing many, if not most, of my streams from now on. Of course, a lot of them will be dual streamed on YouTube and Mad Cat. Tomorrow, though, there is a Mad Cat exclusive. Here we go, looking like a pretty quick cycle from both guys already. Mr. Bacon. Who will be the contenders for CRO West? I mean, I think we're seeing some of them right now. That's for sure. CRO West and East are both so tight in talent right now. Tunison asking in the Mad Cat chat, is the tourney tomorrow a first come, first serve for everyone? Yes. It's a 1,000-person tournament. I'll be surprised if I fill it up. But, you know, if people fill it up, yeah, it's first come, first served. But again, tomorrow will be a 1,000-person tournament. Top 8 will make it to a bracket. And the winner of that bracket will take home $100. Which you can spend on whatever you want, by the way. I'm not going to tell you what to spend it on. I'd encourage you to spend it on pizza. But that's just me. So this has been popular today. We've seen this a few times, the Lumberloon with the Heal Spirit instead of Ice Spirit. Been quite a bit of that thus far. I like this deck. And Minor Musk Loon for TNT. So Balloon both directions. One very classic look. I mean, classic if you include the bomb towers being classic. But this has been sort of the Minor Muskaloon deck lately, the last few metas. Diego E going with the new version of Lumberloon. And to answer the questions in YouTube about it, yes, the tournament details for tomorrow. Tomorrow will exclusively be on Mad Cat. The name of the tournament, the, whatchamacallit, the password, all of that. That's why I said tomorrow it's a Mad Cat exclusive. Today we're on both YouTube and Mad Cat. And here we go, Miner in, chipping away nicely, and Diego E does not play the Ice Golem correctly. Instead, the Miner completely ignores the Tiny Snowman and continues going to town on that right-hand tower. 1590 on the right-hand side. Oh, that was the wrong... Sorry, guys. I thought I hit the wrong KOTH button. I switched my audio setup. That was the wrong KOTH button. All right. Raged up balloon. Does not quite get close enough. That bomb tower, snowball, musketeer. Enough to make a nightmare for Diego E, but this deck does cycle fairly quickly, so this might be a loon in on the other side here. Not able to deal with that high bomb tower is Diego E. Miner gets to 1590 right-hand side, and yeah, that combination, bomb tower, musky, snowball, so nasty when defending against balloon. And the Miner being the real big game changer here between these two. And that's going to be a balloon connection. It really should connect. Yes, it does. 792 right-hand side, 90 seconds left in sudden death overtime. So this could be an opportunity. No, nice skeletons. And that balloon's going to do nothing. It's going to take down the bomb tower, but it's not going to get a connection. Might, if he's lucky, going to be close enough, but not quite. TNT's defense has been superb. Of course, that combination, brutal for balloon cycle. Easy ways to pick up the lumberjack. Easy ways to deal with that balloon. But TNT is playing it picture perfect. Don't take anything away from that. Final minute of gameplay. TNT not trying to push the action too heavily. No, he doesn't want to make a silly mistake at the end. Diego E trying to play some defense here, but just can't do enough. And that's the one big difference of this deck with Heal Spirit. It's a little bit harder to defend Balloon with Heal Spirit than with Ice Spirit. You don't get that 1 second of stun, or that 1 moment of stun. Miner into the outside one more time for TNT, and that's going to even things up here in King of the Hill. TNT taking game number 2 of King of the Hill and putting Tribe on the scoreboard. Oh, that was the wrong. Hold on 1 second. Let me just make sure I have the correct stats up. Boom, there we go. There are your correct stats. So, of course, just so you guys know, in case you get confused by the scoreboard and joining us late, this is a super scrim, meaning we're doing the Clash Royale League best-of-5 format, but we are playing all 5 sets to give the players enough game time situations to practice in. That's why it says Slaton Super Scrims on the scoreboard, not a bracket or something of that nature. This is a chance for the players to really practice all their game time situations. You know, the coaches behind them are kind of talking them through their paces. And you get to be a part of it here. See sort of this high-level practice. Oh, I did forget to change that score. Let me go ahead and update the scoreboard. There we go. Pedro and TNT. Certainly a fun matchup, that's no question. Already played one time, TNT got the better of him, so can Pedro get some revenge here? And that went quickly. First minute away, no real blows landed. And again, if you're on YouTube, go ahead and check it out on MadCat TV. Battle Healer just picks up the cannon card. And Clash with Ash making the comment in the MadCat chat that if you're ever considered streaming Clash Royale, MadCat is a great option since they're just starting out and are mobile gaming focused. So that's another reason why I'm with MadCat, because they are definitely putting a big push into mobile gaming, which other streaming platforms that will not be named have not given the same love to mobile gaming. MadCat recognizing how important mobile is to the future of gaming overall and how big it's going to be, how big it is and how big it will be. So another big part of being here at MadCat. So Pedro going with a deck that pretty much everybody hates, and it's working. Going to be a tower trade, though. Giant Miner for TNT gets done on the left-hand side. Miner into the outside corner for TNT. It's a lot on the board. It's going to be very difficult for Pedro. And look at that. Cannon cart connects. Still on its wheels, too. And all going wrong for Pedro here against the South Korean superstar. And there you go. TNT taking out Pedro. And that's a 3-0 for TNT in this pairing today. So early something that you might see as a CRL season comes up. Pedro going to want some revenge for these ones. So that's going to be 2 wins so far in King of the Hill for Tribe Gaming. And now we're down to our last player on the cream side, Yarai. The only one who can keep this thing from being a total blowout. Already picked up the 1 win in 1v1. Going to want to try to pick up another 2 more wins here and split the money a little more evenly between Tribe and Cream. Potential set point here for TNT and Tribe Gaming. So we'll be with that game in just a moment. Again, before we jump in there, a reminder that tomorrow, Mad Cat exclusive $100 tournament. Link going into YouTube right now. And let's go ahead and jump in to our Game 4 King of the Hill. You can see Tribe Gaming 1 win away from taking this thing. Each set is worth $10 to the winning team, guys. Not a big prize pool here, just a little incentive to make sure they're really pushing each other. So looking like might be Graveyard here from TNT. Of course, that could be a Royal Giant deck. Your eye looking like maybe Hog. We'll see if that's the case as we go on, of course. But looking like Hog Rider for Yarai. And looking more like Graveyard for TNT. TNT setting up with the Goblin Hut in the back, immediately Earthquaked by Yarai. Those of you asking about that tournament name, that will be tomorrow, and all the information will be posted in Mad Cat when we go live. Graveyard right-hand side. Baby Dragon Graveyard doing a lot for TNT on the right-hand side. Yarai goes Hog Rider opposite lane, but that's a lot of damage. And the Baby Dragon does not get touched by the Snowball. That's going to be tower pretty close to down, if not down. One more Belch will do it. Yes, it is tower down right-hand side. Yarai now has 1 minute and 4 seconds left to work and hope that he can try to take this thing. Cycles a log, and now he's going to go Hog behind the Knight. No, deciding to load up here. There we go. Now Hog behind the Knight and the Musketeer. EQ in. Yarai should connect. No, that Tornado was dirty. Hog does get one swing, 705 to that left-hand side. Has to defend this Graveyard and get the Hog down again. Oh, and look at that. The Princess Tower goes to the Baby Dragon and not the Knight, but Hog does get down. EQ down as well. So Yarai is going to extend this one again. Yarai doing a good job a second time now, coming from behind late. But can he break through and do enough damage again while also defending this Graveyard? Here we go, sudden death overtime. Yarai in a tough spot. TNT has been completely in control, but Wasn't able to stop Uri from getting back in it. And that's not what Uri wants to do, but he has to. Right? He has to EQ that Goblin Hunt on the left-hand side. He wants to get that damage onto the other tower, but good choice by TNT to play that corner Goblin Hunt and force those EQs to go away from the tower where, I would love to play them. Cycles log right-hand side, chipping away. He has done more damage in this situation so far than TNT has. TNT forced to use that tornado, and the Musketeer survives a little bit, doesn't get the Ice Wiz off. But look at this. Beautiful gameplay right now from Uri, getting very, very close here. Has to deal with this Baby Dragon. And the Graveyard Inn. Sold out heavily, and that's going to be it. Uri made a game of it. Put up some beautiful plays, some beautiful moves. But in the end, TNT is just too good in this situation. Difficult situation for Uri overall. TNT able to take that win and secure the final set for Tribe Gaming. And there you go. That's going to be Tribe Gaming. Let's go ahead and review those scores 1 second. It was first set. I'll come in and pop out to you guys so you guys can see me as I go through this one. First set was Azealis and Buffmac taking out Diego E and Saint Belican in the 2v2. Then TNT beating Pedro. Buffmac beating Belican. Uri getting the lone set victory for Tribe on the board against Jupiter King. And then in King of the Hill, TNT doing some nasty work. Buffmac not getting into the mix, going through Pedro and Uri. Very, very well played. And that was a fun one, guys. I really enjoyed it. Here, go ahead and take a look at, again, the info for tomorrow. No, Diego E won the first game of King of the Hill there, Maggie, over there in the YouTube chat. And let's see. Let me find out how close we are. Let me see if everyone's in. Let me just check in with my admin. Admin today, Try the Coach, by the way. Try has been adminning a bunch of stuff for me here in Clash Royale. Really great at it. Super duper helpful. So give Try a little bit of love if you get a chance. I believe it's at Try the Coach on Twitter. There might be some underscores in there. Let me just double check on the next match. Making sure we have all our players. So give me just a moment. Everybody is here. Excellent. All right, so coming up next. Let me clear my throat here, guys. It's early morning for me. Let me clear my throat. All right, coming up next, guys, let's go ahead and check out our lineups. It's going to be, yes, Team Liquid, Diego B, Igor Canario, and Surgical Goblin. No changes from last season, although the one big change will be that Igor will be here the entire way through, so very excited to see the full power Team Liquid, the defending Clash Royale League World Champions, in action today and in action this season. And now to answer the big question, who is Team Galaxy? Well, I'll leave that up to you, but here are the players of Team Galaxy. Lince, Codigo, Bale, and Flash. So I'll let you decide who Team Galaxy is, but that's the lineup. That is the lineup for Team Galaxy. Lince, Codigo, Bale, and Flash. So we'll see what guesses you guys might have as to who these guys might be. An unofficial team here in this tournament, in this preseason warm-up best-of-5 format. The bans are going to be Tornado and Poison for 2v2 when we do finally jump in, just so you guys know. The 2v2 lineups for this one, Codigo and Flash will be banning Tornado, and Canario and Diego B will be banning Poison. So very excited to see what comes into the mix with a Poison ban. Could it be some Graveyard, potentially? We'll see what happens. But yeah, there are your lineups. And again, a little reminder about what's happening tomorrow. Exclusively on Mad Cat. There's the link in YouTube. Going to go ahead and check out on this YouTube chat in a moment. Oh, looks like we are actually getting into our game. So give me just a moment here as we get into our game. Make sure I have everything all ready to rock. And here we go. Game number 1. Team Liquid. Diego B and Canario in their 2v2. Flash and Cody go coming out for Team Galaxy. And Liquid going with the Royal Hogs. Guys, over on YouTube chat, I'm not able to read the YouTube chat too much. It's pretty fast, and I'm focusing more on MadCat. If you do want to get into the chat, also where I'm chatting some of your favorite YouTubers, including Cashman, Clash with Ash, a lot of fun people over on the MadCat chat right now. That's where I'll be focusing today. And the tournament isn't yet created. We'll have all the information. Will be tomorrow for the exclusive tournament. Icy468 over in MadCat chat saying, other CRL teams watching this probably just got chills down their spine, LOL. You're probably right. Mrs. Adamantium Gaming saying this is really the first time I've seen TNT play. He's really good. Yes, he is absolutely phenomenal. I've been lucky to see him play quite a bit, and he is very, very good at Clash Royale, and that's why it's going to be so scary to see how good this Tribe Gaming squad is. Let's see some more things over there. Is Gobhut or Tunison saying is Gobhut or Bomb Tower better for Splash Yard at current meta state? I actually don't know. I have not played the Goblin Hut with Splash Yard yet. But it is everywhere and it is really strong. So that's an interesting question. Ooh, almost 50 followers right now on over on MadCat, guys. Thank you so much. What a great first day. First stream on MadCat. Very excited to have so much support over there. Thank you, guys. Chi-Town, Gino, JMP, and SOS Gaming all just joined up over on the MadCat side. Proteac saying, I was assuming Team Galaxy was SSG, but this wasn't the team I picked for SSG. Well, Team Galaxy is an undetermined team that may or may not be an unofficial CRL team. But for now, they are Team Galaxy. With some nice little jerseys that I designed for them. Miner into the right-hand side. Been very close. Remember, the bans are Tornado and Poison. So a very interesting pair of bans. No one running Graveyard this time around. The freeze will come in right-hand side. It'll be towered down. 10 seconds left, and Fireball will be more than enough to extend this one into sudden death overtime. Diego B and Canario go into sudden death with a slight lead on that right-hand tower, but that could change in an instant. Easy Fireball value there on tower and onto the Magic Archer, and now perfect timing here, getting those arrows in. Raged up balloon. Valkyrie drops onto the bomb tower. This balloon should get a connection and just barely does it. Left-hand tower now down under 1,000 HP for Team Liquid. So they pressure, going double hogs, but that bomb tower is going to wreck that hog push with the Executioner. Able to make it close, but that's 10 elixir that didn't quite do what Liquid was hoping. Now Magic Archer does get the trajectory onto the tower, but you have a balloon in the pocket. Fireball does take care of business, though. Baby Dragon raged up. That Night Witch goes down. Baby Dragon could get a big belch on tower. Does not. Miner goes to the inside. Nice pickup with the mini P.E.K.K.A. Liquid playing really, really good defense here in these final moments. Trying to keep the pressure on. Musketeer does escape. Snowball to reset. Bomb tower does come down. Bomb tower, though, going to deal with that first set of hogs. Baby Dragon down. Battle Healer behind. Royal Hogs making a beeline for the tower. Freeze comes in defensively. That might be enough, but can they stop that Battle Healer? Battle Healer comes in, and nice pickup there. Wow. Wow. Team Liquid's defense in that sequence. You talk about it on the offensive side, but the defense they played in that sequence was beautiful. Oh, by the way, I know the score was wrong up there on the scoreboard. I will go ahead and adjust that one in just a moment. Don't you guys worry. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats, courtesy of our friends at Stats Royale. And while that's happening, I will go ahead and adjust the scoreboard here. I think all the scores are going to be a little bit off if I'm correct there. So let me just go ahead and make a couple of adjustments here. Yes, because I'm using the same. That's right. A little OBS magic that I'm gonna have to work here in a moment, guys. That's okay. Just gonna go ahead and fix a couple of things as we get ready for game number 2. Producing all of this from La Casa de Slaton in beautiful Van Nuys, California. Where's Van Nuys? Well, it's kind of Los Angeles. So let me just go ahead and make sure everything is all situated. We are going to be getting into game number 2 here in just a moment. And that should be correct now, and that should be correct now, but who knows? We will find out as time goes on. Sometimes the complications of producing all on your own can be a bit challenging, but I am somewhat up to the task. Here we go, game number 2. Let's jump into it. And there you have it, Team Liquid up by 1. By the way, those of you in the YouTube chat, come join on Mad Cat. That's where I'm reading chat primarily today. And also, a lot of your favorites are over there. And double hut. If this becomes, I can't imagine this becoming the 2v2 meta, although you understand with Poison out why Diego being Canario might want to go this direction. But if this becomes the 2v2 meta, I will probably pull my hair out. I am not a fan of spawner decks overall. Pendant and Savage Plays, thanks for joining over on Mad Cat Generation X Gamer. Oh, and thanks for the follow there, Savage Plays. Really appreciate it. Balloon getting in does connect right-hand side. That's going to be first big hit for Team Galaxy. Freeze comes in way in the back. Graveyard doing a ton of work here for Diego and Canario. Oh my gosh, that tower in serious trouble, and just like that, Cody and Flash took a big shot. Thought maybe they landed the huge one on Liquid, and Diego and Canario fire back and go, hey, you know how we banned Poison? Oh my gosh, and there's the GG. Did not deal with the Inferno Dragon. And that's just a 3-crown cleanly done by Team Liquid. Oof. Brutal. So let's go ahead and take a look at, the stats from our friends at Stats Royale while we go ahead and get ready for our next 1v1. Yeah, that 3-crown was brutal. And there you go, Liquid winning set number 1. Let me go ahead and prepare ourselves for set number 2. Let me just double check to make sure I have these lineups all correct. And that's going to be, oh, that's different than what I thought it was going to be. Okay. Let me go ahead and correct that. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Little mistake over there. So those of you might have just seen it. The first set's going to be Bale and Surgical Goblin. So we'll be in with that one in just a moment. Let me go ahead and take a look at the chat over on Mad Cat here. There's the link for you. Every time I say Mad Cat, basically, I'm going to go ahead and throw the link on the YouTube side. Let's go ahead and jump in to our next set. And that is, of course, a 2-0 in the 2v2 for Team Liquid. Bale making his debut here in the Team Galaxy uniform. Who Slaton says HCL on the YouTube stream, on the YouTube chat. I'm Slaton. I'm Rich Slaton, caster for Clash Royale League, and the guy putting on today's scrims that you're watching. It's going to be the Hog Rider Giant Skeleton EQ deck. Surgical Goblin looking like Graveyard. Team Z asking in the Mad Cat chat, am I better than Ash at Clash Royale? I have no idea. We've never played. My guess is no. But we've never played before. We've never gone face-to-face, so very excited to see maybe one day Ash and I will put on a showcase match. Andrew was better than I am, though. So let me know. Let me tell you guys about that one. Andrew is definitely better than I am in this game. Here we go. Hog Rider does connect on the left-hand side. 1569. Bale currently pitching a shutout against Surgical Goblin. Baby Dragon Graveyard in right-hand side. Quite a bit of damage. And just like that, Graveyard takes the lead back for Surgical Goblin. Does have to deal with 10 Elixir on the board, though. And that mini P.E.K.K.A. should shred that Knight. That Giant Skeleton going to be in danger of connecting. Doesn't quite get there, but opens up a nice hole for that Hog Rider. Mini P.E.K.K.A. not going to... No, does get a swing. Bale with a huge one. You see the wow from Surgical Goblin. Just like we're saying wow there. Bale did a great job defending. Had a ton there to go with that counter push. And knew that Surge was going to be stretched really thin. Did a good job of capitalizing on how thin he knew the defending world champion was going to be at that moment. Bale has been toiling in the semi-pro or non-CRL leagues for a long time. Lots of rumors about where he might end up in CRL this season. Has been rumored to be connected to a few different teams over time. We'll see if this unofficial Team Galaxy might be the guys he ends up playing with as we move into the CRL 2020 season. And that's going to be game number 1 for Bale. So a big win here for Bale up against Surgical Goblin. Go ahead and throw you those stats. And while those are happening, let me go ahead and just make a couple of adjustments here on the back end. That's going to be a win for Bale in game number 1. Remember, we are playing all 5 sets. It's not a true BO5. It's more of a showcase of the best of 5 format. The finals format, if you've watched CRL West or CRL World Finals, when you get to that final set, it is best of 5 sets, meaning 2v2, 3 1v1s at King of the Hill. So this, to really give everyone a ton of practice, that's the format we're going for today, but we are going all 5 sets no matter what. So it's a scrim with both coaches for these sides giving some game time situations, some coaching, trying to really get these guys ready for this upcoming season. Here we go, game number 2. Bale versus Surgical Goblin. And again, over on the YouTube side, a lot of fun chat happening over on the Mad Cat side. And of course, if you want to stay on YouTube, well, then go ahead and give me a subscription. Oh, hold on. My button didn't work. Boom. That time it should work. Go ahead and give me a subscription if you want to stay over on YouTube. Eventually, my streaming content will be primarily on Mad Cat. But some of these will be dual streamed for the time being. But again, tomorrow, the Mad Cat exclusive tournament, I'll be posting that information up again in a minute. After this set, I'll fly that in. Double dragon for Bale. If there's a baby dragon, we could be going full Buffaretti. Elixir Golem down with a wow, and the Heal Spirit as well with Inferno Dragon, Electro Dragon, Night Witch, the Kitchen Sink, a Partridge and a Pear Tree, all behind that Elixir Golem. Tower down easily, and Bale just putting the hurt on Surgical Goblin right now. And out of all that, you usually look at an Elixir Golem push, you go, hey, at least I'll come out of this thing ahead on Elixir, but Surgical Goblin going to be down on Elixir and down on damage. Giant to the right-hand side for Surge. Going to be difficult to break through. No real... And that's another drawback of the Heal Spirit. We're talking about the Heal Spirit. Another drawback of that card is that it cannot reset the Inferno Dragon. So normally if you're running Ice Spirit, you have at least some way to deal with the Inferno Dragon. Heal Spirit doesn't do it. And so you see a nice little burn there and a second Heal Spirit to keep it on, and Surge going good game. The Heal Spirit from Bale, perfectly timed. This deck, who would have thought there was a way to make Elixir Golem more annoying? Heal Spirit appears to be it. if you want to go and win your first Classic or Grand Challenge, I think Bale might have just shown you the deck. Go ahead and start running this one because, oh my word. What a frustrating combination. And Surgical Goblin just looking at this, throwing his hands in the air like, what can I do in this situation? Those heals, the heal spirit play of Bale. And look, it's a good deck choice. It's an annoying deck, obviously. But the heal spirit play by Bale was certainly on point. Very, very solid placements of those heal spirits and timing as well. And that leads to a quick 3 crown for the former Orange Crown League player who is rumored to be making his CRL debut this season. With what team? Who knows? Team Galaxy might be a hint. And that's a clean 2-0 there for the young man from Team Galaxy. Coming up next in our head-to-head play, let me go ahead and give you guys this little bad boy here. There's more information on tomorrow's Mad Cat exclusive tournament. Coming up next, we're going to have Lindsay and Diego B in a full 1v1 set. Diego B was frustrated at the end of his CRL season despite winning that World Championship. Really felt like he could have performed better in CRL World Finals, but since then, in this offseason, you know, some CRL players maybe have taken their foot off the gas a little bit. Diego B has not been that guy. Quite the opposite. Diego B has looked like an absolute murderer in this offseason. So very excited, of course, to see what he has in store for CRL 2020. So here we go. Lindsay, top of your screen, wearing that Team Galaxy jersey. Might be some Easter eggs on this overlay somewhere, if you can find them. And Diego B for Team Liquid on the bottom. And Goblin Hut, Baby Dragon. 2 cards you might expect to see basically all the time right now. You know, Baby Dragon is a controversial card because some people say it needs to be nerfed. And really, it's one of the things where like, the card itself isn't overpowered. There just seems like there's nothing else to replace the role that it plays, right? Nothing else can really fit into. It gives you some air, gives you a little bit of tankage, gives you the splash damage. It's one of those cards where it's kind of perfect, and that's why it fits everywhere. So a nerf kind of undoes how perfect it is. Oh, and you do see that the players are reversed. It is Diego B on top and Lindsay at the bottom. A little miscommunication in the setup, so we will get that fixed for game number 2. Lindsay accidentally put the request in, so you will get that fixed on game 2, and everything will be sorted out. But my graphics are all made for Lindsay at the top and Diego B at the bottom. But remember, for this one, Lindsay at the bottom, Diego B at the top. And it's Golem for Lindsay, which is fascinating. Golem Night Witch with Goblin Hut. And that Goblin Hut, you can see the Death Spawn gives some nice value behind the Golem, obviously. Arrows all around. And here we go, going into double elixir time. Nice miner from Diego B for the pickup. And Lindsay now trying to find a way on tower. I mean, Diego B, man, I need to get myself sorted out now that they went the wrong direction as well. He-Manth and Donnie Tran, thanks for joining over at Mad Cat. Really appreciate it. I'm 2 followers away from 50 followers on Mad Cat, so if you want to stick on YouTube, go ahead and throw me the sub. I would love that. And if you're on Mad Cat, go ahead and throw me the follow. And again, we'll give after this set, I'll give you more information on that Mad Cat exclusive tournament tomorrow. A chance to win $100 just for being good at Clash Royale. Golem in. Baby Dragon Night Witch behind. Diego B going lava to the opposite lane. And that flying machine is not going to help out on defense. Baby Dragon does come down, though. Here we go, sudden death overtime. Lindsay ahead. Loading up right-hand side. Ahead both on damage and on elixir right now. Diego B. Does he try to outspeed this push? I don't know if he can at this point. Lava Hound, not the kind of deck that does it. And look at that, the poison goes low, so high with the Barbarians to deal with that Golem. A little dodge on the Barbs there by Diego B. Miner coming in to help defensively. Typically the thought process is that Golem beats Lava Hound just because it's the bigger tank. So far that is the case, but now Diego B getting aggressive. Lava Hound left-hand side, Goblin Hut. Goblin Hut was buffed a few months back before this current certain buff. And the idea of the original Goblin Hut buff was to be the Lava Hound counter. And it was sort of laughed at the time that would be functional, but now you can see here Goblin Hut doing a good job stopping that Lava Hound push. Barbs high, poison low. So poison still getting tower damage. The Barbs will follow into the poison. They won't go down though. 298. Diego B needs to do something here. In a lot of danger. And here we go. Miner into the back. Picked up by the Night Witch. Poison should burn off just in time. Arrows in. Flying Machine trying to get down, but Diego B knows that's going to be it. Good game. Lince taking game number 1 with that connection. Poison on. And Lince with the Golem, Night Witch, Goblin Hut. Getting the first win here in this third set. Trying to go ahead and reset these stats courtesy of our friends at Stats Royale. If they are taking a half second here. Sometimes they are so speedy, and on occasion they take an extra half step, so give me one moment to get them flown in. There we go. There's your stats, and you can see for a lot of golems down. And we're going to go ahead and, jump right into the next one. And Lince, again, putting the request in a little bit early here. So, guys, unfortunately, maybe some miscommunication with the administrator. Lince just moving the games on quickly. We'll try to get that sorted out so that they are on the proper side of the screen for the next one. But again, Diego B top of your screen and Lince at the bottom. Guys, 50 followers on MadCat. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate that. And that was Lince taking game number 1. So let me go ahead and give that score over to Lince. Again, the missed top and bottom is a little bit confusing. But Lince once again on the bottom and Diego B at the top. All right, over here on MadCat. Let's talk to the people here. Road to 100 followers, says Shajan. Thank you very much. Team Galaxy, Aladus, World Stellar Ponage from Magical Blitz. Thanks for joining us, Magical, over here on MadCat. Hammer saying, do I think Magic Archer belong in the lower or higher echelons of viability? I think Magic Archer will prove in the long run to be in a pretty good spot here. I don't think Magic Archer is dead. I think that Magic Archer will work in a few decks, just it will work in fewer decks than before. The West tends to overreact to nerfs. I haven't had a chance to catch up on CRL East. I've been busy with this, and I just spent 4 days doing hosting and commentary for an NBA 2K tournament run by the University of Kentucky. Sam Abril asking about that in the YouTube chat. So I haven't had a chance to catch up on my CRL East. I don't know if there's been much Magic Archer there, but I think this Magic Archer will still be viable in a couple of decks. Just it won't be so ridiculous as we've seen. I think we'll see. Time will tell if it's dead or balanced maybe. And Lince again with the lead. Hog Rider into the right-hand side behind. Oh, and look at that. The Ice Spirit does not get its lead because of that Knight. So Hog EQ. And then we've seen this specific Hog EQ deck a lot today. And one thing to note about it is it's been good at coming from behind. That's been the real interesting thing about this specific. A lot of Hog decks can struggle coming from behind. This one in particular, this Hog EQ deck, maybe it's just that the EQ is 3 Elixir and does so much damage to towers, but it's able to really mount comebacks very, very well. Skip just joined and followed. Snow Bleezy just joined and followed. And Max Burkett just joined over on MadCat. Thanks, guys, for coming over to the MadCat stream. Of course, those of you on YouTube, thanks for watching as well. And Here we go. Hog Rider in for Diego B. Musketeer takes a couple of shots. Ice Spirit and Mini P.E.K.K.A will make short work. So, some decent answers. Of course, that Ice Spirit getting taken out by the Knight for Diego B was a blessing. Had that not happened, we probably would have ended that game and this set a little bit earlier. And again, guys, Lindsay's on the bottom, Diego B's on the top. Miscommunication there with the tournament administration. But sometimes things get lost in the shuffle. Right-hand side, 1330 for Diego B. Going in Hog EQ on the left-hand side. Log does try to stop that from happening, but 1640 will be the remaining damage on Lindsay's bottom left-hand tower. Giant in the pocket for Lindsay. Bomb tower pulling the Giant to the outside. Musketeer does try to help with the Giant. Miner gets on tower. Knight, though. Knight and Musketeer do stop it, but now that Musketeer and Knight going to the side, but Diego's really not playing. And Diego now to cycling EQ. We are in triple elixir at this point, and this time the Knight easily picks up the Miner. Maybe Lindsay getting a little predictable with the Miners at this point, and does have to be careful now. The Hog Rider play is going to that left-hand tower, but again, 2 Musketeers and a Knight to the right-hand side, and now, yeah, Lindsay being forced to play into that right-hand side rather than into the pocket. Miner this time running away from the Mini P.E.K.K.A. Ice Spirit does get in there, another Mini P.E.K.K.A. down. Law trying to stop it. Here we go. Oh, Mini P.E.K.K.A. on the King Tower. Down, and that's going to be it. Lindsay gets a Mini P.E.K.K.A. on King Tower and takes the victory. A clean 2-0 sweep over Diego B. for the man from Galaxy. Team Galaxy. So there you go. Galaxy wins set number 3. Let me go and throw up the information here for tomorrow's Mad Cat exclusive tournament. A way for you to win $100 by being really good at Clash Royale, which I know each and every one of you watching most certainly is. You're probably watching right now saying, hey, I'm better than these guys. Well, then show up tomorrow and prove it. That's the real question. I don't know if any of these will show up, but you can show up and show how good you are at Clash Royale, win $100 on the way. And people ask, how do I get involved in esports? Well, this is a low-level way to do it tomorrow during this tournament. Oh, wait, that was the wrong... There you go. That's what I was supposed to be doing. Thought I was still in studio mode. There we go. Low-level way to get it done. Getting some things sorted here for our next one. It's going to be Igor versus KOTH for this next matchup. And they are ready to rock, so let's go ahead and jump on in. Igor versus KOTH. Of course, remember, this is not a true best-of-5 sets. It's a best-of-5 format, meaning that we are playing all 5 sets. Igor playing, looking like it's just going to be a log bait deck, but we'll see. If he can find a way to put Mortar in there, you know Igor will. Mega Knight down for KOTH. So looking like it's Ram Rider for KOTH most likely. Could be something different, but you see Mega Knight, you see Bandit, you see E-Wiz. Could be Balloon as well, but has the feel of a Ram Rider deck. So it is log bait for Igor, the Dark Prince Rascals variant. Heading over to the Mad Cat chat. Anyone notice how every OP card is OP after it gets... well, I don't know. Some cards are OP from the beginning. Hypernova saying you don't really understand how good these pros are until you actually play against them. That is absolutely true. You know, you look at it, you go, oh, you think I can do that? And then you see some of these pros, and you see what they can do. And it's just a different level. It really is a different level. And people watching might think they're at this level. Well, you know, if you are, then get here. But once you actually play against these guys and you see the decision-making they can make on the fly, the way they know the matchups, really high level. And just as I'm saying that, Igor chumps a rocket. Obligatory Chief Pat reference. Just as I'm talking about how good the pros are, Igor sends a rocket to nowhere. Oh boy. Oh boy, Igor. Has 25 seconds left. And 25 seconds left, typically not going to be good for trying to get back in with a log bait deck. Bar barrel should be easily there. Oh, wow. Comes in late, but not quite in rocket range. So Igor going to take the L in game number 1. And a bit of a rough display there from the young Team Liquid Star, who of course had one of the greatest debuts in Clash Royale League history. 5-0 at World Finals. This one not quite going the same way. Man, a missed rocket is basically the most brutal thing on the planet, right? Is there something worse as a Clash Royale player than a missed rocket? Something hurt more than that? I don't know. All right, talking over here. Yeah, World Championship rocket. I saw that there on YouTube. Over on the chat here on MadCat, Team Z saying now I'm Master 2. To answer your question, I think you've asked about where I'm at, Team Z. Personal best is a little over 6,300. I'm a mediocre player, but 6.3 something is my personal best, and I usually finish somewhere in the low 6Ks when I do my actual season finish. Let's see. Juan Wins, thanks for joining over on MadCat, and Jakob, thanks for joining as well. Let's go ahead and jump into our second game here. KOTH go up by 1 on Igor. So Hog for KOTH go. One of the many Hog cycle variants, most likely. We'll see which one he's going with. Probably looks like it's going to be one we've been seeing all day. The Hog EQ, Muskie. No, a Valk. So maybe a more basic Hog EQ, maybe a throwback. We'll see. Igor pulling out Magic Archers. This will be interesting. Is Magic Archer dead? Does Magic Archer still have value? And Igor with a chance here to show us that maybe it does. And look at that Miner to the Musketeer. Doesn't quite get it done. Nice skeletons by KOTH go to pick up. And going old school trifecta here for KOTH go. Trifecta Hog, if you're new to that term, is the Hog Rider, Valkyrie, and Musketeer. All 4 Elixir cards, and for a long time was a very common version of Hog Rider that you saw around. You don't see it much these days, but KOTH go going old school. Will this mix in a little bit of the new school, though, with the EQ? A lot of speculation over in the MadCat chat about what Team Galaxy actually is. If you're over on YouTube, guys, go ahead and throw me a sub, please. You'll get more eSports, and there you go. There goes the King Tower activation. That's going to make things a little more difficult for the Miner out of Igor. And that's the thing about Magic Archer, just like with the with her cousin, the Firecracker, is you can't let a Magic Archer or Firecracker just meander across the board without any support with it, and just give them the easy choice to make that King Tower activation. Hog Rider into the right-hand side, Valkyrie in front. KOTH go gets the EQ down as well, putting a lot of pressure on right now. But not that far off. A little over around 400 HP separating these two players as we get the final 30 seconds of regulation time. Igor really slowing things down here. Goes Magic Archer to the outside. Bomb Tower inside. And Valkyrie try to protect. The EQ making it very difficult. Igor able to avoid most of the damage, but that EQ certainly to make things difficult here matchup-wise for Igor. This is a tough spot. King Tower activated, playing with Miner. EQ making it harder for him to play defense, and no really great way to stop that Hog Rider other than the bomb tower. Maybe he goes bomb tower high here. Yes, he does. The Earthquake still gets the bomb tower, though, even with the high placement. Snowball trying to find one shot in. Somehow Igor defends, doesn't fall that far behind on Elixir. Valk down, Hog Rider behind. Where does this bomb tower go? Bomb tower late here. With the Valk Magic Archer, again able to stop the Hog damage, but not able to put really any damage of his own, is Igor. KOTH playing this one clean. Miner to the outside, Skeletons get there late. Igor starting to fire back a little bit. Way behind, though. KOTH. Good deck selection here, and oh, that bomb tower just a hair late. Hog Rider gets in. And now we're basically getting into spell cycle range, couple EQs, and that's going to be GG, well played. And there you go. KOTH throws out the Earthquake as well. So a triple spell Miner control deck from Igor. And throw up the white flag there. Giving it up. Triple spell Miner control. Here, take a look at the deck overall. Let's take a look at the stats view, courtesy of Stats Royale. And we haven't talked about these stats a whole lot, but I want to take a look at this deck because this is really, really interesting. Triple spell Miner control from Igor. You're maybe trying something out. I mean, this is just a scrim. There's nothing really on the line here. So if you want to try something different, this is a great place to do it. This is a great place to go ahead and get it done. And this was just a rough matchup top to bottom. Really, the only way to stop that Hog with any sort of efficiency is the bomb tower, but you're playing against Hog EQ. Not to mention the Musketeer and the Valk make it more difficult for the bomb tower in a lot of in various ways. Not to mention that you have nothing really great for the bats if you have the Magic Archer distracted. So a rough matchup for Igor, but interesting to see him trying something out a little bit different. And we're going to go ahead and get those King of the Hill lineups in just 1 second. Let's go ahead and remind you one more time that tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern, and that's 8 p.m. in Central Europe, we're going to be doing an exclusive tournament, $100 tournament, winner take all on Mad Cat. There's a link for those of you who are over on YouTube right now. Going to be a $100 tournament, a 1,000-player tournament. It's going to be max 3 losses to make sure no one can be super duper abusive. And top 8 will make a bracket. The winner of that bracket will take it all. That's going to be tomorrow. The time's listed on, and let's see. It's going to be madcat.tv/Rich Slaton. And let's see. We are getting the lineups in for King of the Hill, so let me go ahead and go into studio mode here, because I've been messing that up a little bit today, and get those lineups ready. Let's see. The lineups for... It looks like it's going to be... oh, yeah, it's already in there. Okay, so the lineup for Team Liquid in King of the Hill is going to be Canario, Igor, and Surge. So Canario leading things off, followed by Igor, and then Surgical Goblin. That'll be a fun one to see in King of the Hill. And on the Team Galaxy side of this, it's going to be Flash, Bale, and Lindsay. So Flash leading things off, followed by Bale, followed by Lindsay in that final set for King of the Hill. Again, remember, this is just a scrim. These players are trying things out, taking some risks, and we are playing all 5 sets no matter what, just to give everyone as many game time situations as we can possibly go for. If you're keeping score at home, by the way, today, it has been a Galaxy run-through here in the 1v1s. Team Liquid taking the 2v2. Team Galaxy has been real nasty in 1v1 all day today. So as we're waiting for King of the Hill to get going, that first matchup is going to be Flash versus Canario. We'll be with that in just a moment. Let's go ahead and take a look at the chat here for a second. Let's see, over the chat over on Mad Cat. Sneaky Spoon saying, I think Magic Archer should have gotten a damage nerf. His range is the whole point of the card. Well, Magic Archer still has the same range. He has a different targeting range. So the range still goes just as far. He just targets at just a slightly lower range. So that's why you're able to activate King Tower a little bit more easily. Oh, Griff, thanks for coming by, man. Good to see you. Let's see. Flash just joined. Icy just joined. Coatbridge Paul just joined on Mad Cat. Damien and Ivan just joined over on Mad Cat. Guys, thank you very much for joining on Mad Cat. Let's go ahead and jump into our first game of King of the Hill between Flash and Canario. Jakob asking in the YouTube chat, when is the next CRL West? CRL West will start in the middle of May. That's what they announced recently in a blog post. Expect CRL West to start mid-May. Very excited about that. So we should be getting some of our final team announcements hopefully pretty soon as well. So Goblin Hut, Ewiz, Baby Dragon for Flash, Goblin Hut, Baby Dragon, Musketeer for Canario. Goblin Hut. Don't love it. Some people do, I don't. It's very rare I speak publicly about my dislike for a card, but I think spawners are not exciting for the game in my opinion. I think spawners are best, and Colton put it this way on Twitter the other day, I think spawners are best when they are a little underpowered and able to fit in certain niche decks, but are not super everywhere viable. What kind of Photoshop picture is that? Asked Keith. The best I could do in the situation I had. Shajan on Mad Cat saying, "Don't turn into Molt Rich." I don't think that Goblin Hut will ever become the issue for me that Expo has been for Molt. So two very different looks right now. Started off very similar from Flash and Canario, but these decks, as they've gone on, have begun to move away from each other. And it's RG for Flash to that left-hand lane. Barb Barrel comes behind, misses one of the skeletons. Mega Knight skeletons mitigate a lot of the damage, but now you have a Mega Knight going the opposite direction with Graveyard and Musketeer on the right-hand side doing a ton of damage for Canario. So Flash pushes in. Oh, we might be having a slight change of the King of the Hill lineup due to connection issues, so I'll keep you guys posted. And again, it's a scrim, so I'm not really worried about it from that perspective. So I'll keep you guys posted as I get that information. Lightning comes in for Flash. Canario with good damage in both lanes, but of course, Royal Giant Lightning can be super, super annoying. RG on the left-hand side. Goblin Hut goes high, and look at the placement of the Goblin Hut from Canario to pressure that lane where he's going Graveyard. Lightning comes in. Skeletons cannot prevent that one big Royal Giant shot. Players as close as can be here in the final moments. Canario goes naked Graveyard. Snowball trying to make enough room to get that damage on tower. Can he get it within poison range? It looks like it's going to be it here. Did not see the timing there. Will that poison be enough? Needs one more tick, and it gets it. Canario taking down Flash in game one of King of the Hill. Very, very well played by the world champion from the Canary Islands. A quiet killer Canario. Nicknamed the Giant Slayer in Season 1 of CRL EU when he was back with G2. Who nicknamed him that? That's right, I did. Because he was out there taking out the big players in the game. And that's a big part of why he's on Team Liquid now. Team Liquid looking at that going, hey, maybe that guy should be on our team. So there you go. Flash down. Bale will be up next in King of the Hill. And that's going to be one win here for Team Liquid. Kelly's saying, "Hey, Rich, is there no messaging on Mad Cat?" Yeah, Kelly, there's chat. There's chat on Mad Cat. I don't know if there's direct messaging on Mad Cat. Mad Cat is a new platform. I'm going to go ahead and link that in the YouTube chat here for a moment. Mad Cat is a new platform that is it's very mobile focused, which is a big part of why I love it. You can see CWA has been jumping in over there today as well into the chat. It's a mobile focused platform. I meant to go ahead and give a... Oh, there we go. That's why I'm not seeing it. Boom. There we go. One win for Team Liquid in King of the Hill. It's a primary mobile platform. It's new. It's still in beta, as you might see up in the top corner if you're over there on Mad Cat. But it's very heavily focused on mobile, and I'm really excited to be a part of it. Over on the Mad Cat chat, someone asking, what's the difference between King of the Hill and 1v1? 1v1 is a best-of-3 set between 2 individual players. In King of the Hill, both teams nominate 3 players, and each player has 1 life. So your goal with King of the Hill is to eliminate the other 3 players. So 1v1 is 2 players going head-to-head for best of 3. King of the Hill is each team puts forward 3 players, and your goal is to eliminate the other 3 players from competition. You only have 1 opportunity. You lose, you go home. And Canario taking a page from his opponent's book. Bale running Royal Giant game number 1. Canario going, hey, I can do that too. Bale going log bait with the skeleton barrel as well. So the brand new super log bait. Snowball easily cleans up all that action. Guards for Canario as well. I like Firecracker with Royal Giant. You're not worried about King Tower activations when you're playing RG. You don't see a lot of Firecracker or Magic Archer with Royal Giant. But conceptually, you can see where there's some value there in that pairing. Yeah, Kelly, I don't know if there's messaging yet on Madcap, but one day there will be. So RG EQ with Firecracker for Canario and getting a ton of damage done. We'll see how he deals with the split lane pressure, though. Goblin Barrel one side, Skeleton Barrel the other. Princess up high. No log to try to work on that right-hand side. So despite Canario having a good lead overall, Bale doing a good job of stretching the field right now. Really making Canario defend on both sides and with a deck that isn't really designed for defending this perfectly. The Firecracker can get it done, but she's a little bit slow. EQ goes to the Princess and to the Bomb Tower. Royal Giant does not get a shot, though. Bale now trying to put the pressure on very low on Elixir, though. Take a look at that. Bale way behind on Elixir. Goes with the Goblin Barrel into the same side that Canario's pushing. Snowball comes in for Canario, tries to get the Princess back, but still able to defend well, and now Bale's turn to try to push. Goblin Barrel surround. Skelly Barrel goes high. Goblin Barrel getting that down to 386. Notice no big spell for Bale in this one. That's kind of the sacrifice you give when you go with both the Goblin Barrel and the Skeleton Barrel. It's really hard to mix in a Rocket or a Fireball with this deck. Goblin Barrel doesn't get on tower. Yes, it does. And that's going to be the game for Bale, evening things up here in game number 2 of King of the Hill. Man, Canario was way out to the lead early on, but Bale did a great job, again, of spreading the field, of making him make choices, and that's what bait does best. And this bait variation that has both the Skeleton Barrel and the Goblin Barrel, it really does that. It really makes you have to make some choices. And we saw that there in game number 2. Waiting to get our stats up from Stats Royale, and we'll be double-checking here in a moment to see if we are making the lineup change that was discussed earlier. So I'll have that information for you in just a second. You know, let's go ahead and see if I can get the other stats page up in this situation. That might be more effective here. Yeah, there we go. There you go, Canario and Bale. And game 3 is going to be Igor versus Bale. So let me go ahead and get that all prepped and ready to rock. Canario down, Igor in. And we are all tied up here in this King of the Hill set, 1-1. Bale making a good showing here in this Super Scrim. Excited to see him getting the opportunity. And, you know, like, as we said before, rumors abound. He'll be appearing in CRL, and maybe these will be his teammates. Virat just joined over on Mad Cat. Hey, Virat, thanks for joining. Happy to have you here. And yes, to answer the question, this isn't quite a BO5. It's a best-of-5 Scrim. So we're actually going to, even though it looks like Galaxy has already won the set, we're playing through all 5 sets to give game situations and give players a lot of chances to try different things out. So wanted to give everyone a chance to really kind of flex themselves, try different things out, try some decks, try some looks. Coaches on both sides are talking to their players about choices in game time situations. And thank you, Virat, for the follow over on Mad Cat as well. Very, very happy to have you here. So Bale going with the Royal Hogs Heal Spirit deck. And Igor, Magic Archer. And look at this. This is the second time we've seen Magic Archer from Igor, and look at that, getting a lot of value. Igor going Magic Archer with the Wall Breakers. Notice that Bale, this look has been around for Royal Hog since Heal Spirit was released, but Bale choosing to go Musketeer rather than Magic Archer here. We'll see how that works out for him. And EQ makes enough room to get one little piggy on that left-hand side. Igor still way ahead, but Bale finally does get on the board. A little less than 90 seconds left in this game number 3 of King of the Hill. So Igor going with another Miner Wall Breakers variant. Miner to the back. Bomb Tower and Valkyrie will provide some good value against the Royal Hogs. He does have two. That does give you 2 pretty good options against Royal Hogs, right? So we'll see how he chooses to balance those 2. Wallbreaker not going to connect. Magic Archer playing some good defense here. Poison. We'll get a Musketeer most of the way off the board. Valkyrie not down early enough to save the Magic Archer, though. Igor slowing things down a little bit, going Miner to the back, going with a pretty pressure push on that left-hand side. But look at that Heal Spirit from Bale. Nice kite on the mini P.E.K.K.A from Igor. Bale having so much difficulty breaking through. The Magic Archer doing a lot more for Igor than some might think. But now a ton in both lanes. EQ down. Valkyrie and Bomb Tower trying to play some defense here. Does keep, look at that, Miner from Igor, keeping the Hunter from getting 2 shots on tower. Will just get 1. So here we go. Igor was heavily in the lead. Bale's done a good job of battling back, making things very close in this sudden death overtime period. Musketeer does not burn off. Should get 1 shot, and it does not. Never mind, that was enough for a 1 shot. Cycles the log left-hand side, does Igor. Bale putting some big pressure. 2 Hunters on the board. Musketeer mini P.E.K.K.A on the left-hand side. Has to go Miner to the inside to pick up the aggro from the mini P.E.K.K.A. Nice Valk from Igor. Bale, though, putting the pressure on, ahead on Elixir, and about to take the damage lead, potentially. EQ tries to predict. Bomb Tower comes down a half step late. Very, very nice log from Igor to prevent that damage. Final minute of sudden death overtime. Igor goes to the inside spot. Opposite Princess goes to Igor, and look at that Miner Wall Breakers play. The Miner goes to the opposite side, distracts the Princess Tower to the left-hand side. He goes Wall Breakers left and gets the Wall Breakers on tower. You know, you look at that Miner placement and you go, man, you're giving away free damage on the Miner, but that Miner cross-court tanking for those Wall Breakers. Here we go, final 50 seconds. Magic Archer behind. Miner goes behind King Tower. The Heal Spirit does enough to slow down that push, not enough to stop it all the way, though. For the moment, Igor in the lead. Pigs go to the opposite side. Now Igor cycling EQ onto that left-hand side. Valkyrie dealing with the pigs on the right-hand side. Miner goes to the back. Wall Breakers trying to sneak on through. Not going to be able to get it done, but down to under 400 HP. Mega Knight. Mini P.E.K.K.A comes in. Igor needs to stop this push. Can he do it? Within poison range. Igor playing a gem of a game here, but this is dangerous right now. Mini P.E.K.K.A down. Wall Breakers trying to kite here. Poison, can it get it done in time? And by 48 HP, Igor takes out Bale. What a tight game, and the Magic Archer played a key role in that one. What a fun one that was to watch. Igor and Bale going toe-to-toe, and if there's anyone who can pull out a game that looks like it's going to be challenging for him, Igor doing a great, great job there at the end. Bale made it very, very close. 48 HP, the difference in the end. But Igor comes out on top. What a heck of a game that one was. And let's go ahead. Bale coming off the board now. And it's going to be Flash. Last man standing for this Team Galaxy side. Igor with a chance to get a set back for Team Liquid. Guys, if you like that, go ahead and subscribe here on YouTube so you can get more content just like this. And if you like that, also go over to Mad Cat, where there will be a lot of streaming stuff, including some exclusives. I'll go ahead and throw that exclusive poster up Let's go ahead and just do that right now as we're waiting for that final matchup. There you go, the exclusive $100 tournament tomorrow. There's a link for you guys on YouTube. Mad Cat exclusive $100 open. Anyone can join. It will be three max losses for that 1,000-player tournament, so you don't get as abusive as we've seen in some other 1,000-player tournaments. From there, I'll go to a bracket, winner take all, $100, PayPal only, by the way. That's how I'll be distributing le money. Maybe I can negotiate if someone can't get PayPal, but please do PayPal. Makes my life much easier. It's set point right now for Igor and Team Liquid. Oh, yeah, don't forget to turn on Kelly making a good point here. And Kelly, thank you so much for your modding over there on YouTube. And Corona, thank you for your modding there on Mad Cat. The stream will start. Oh, here we go. Let's jump into game number 4. We'll talk more about all that stuff later. Game 4, Igor and Lindsay. Lindsay, the last hope right now for Galaxy. He's been good today, though. He's been very good today. And Igor brings out the Scarmy. How, I mean, is he running lava? Is he doing something else? Skeleton army. You kind of only see it in lava, but who knows? Kelly, you can't find the chat. A lot of people are in the chat. Hey, Powerbang joining up on the Mad Cat chat. Guys, if you're into mobile gaming, some of your favorites are over on Mad Cat right now. Powerbang, the king of PUBG Mobile, over here on the Mad Cat chat. Thanks for joining, buddy. And Igor running Sparky. This should be interesting. We see Miner and Musk for Lindsay. Arrows. Igor running giant Sparky arrows. Very, very interesting. Mini P.E.K.K.A trying to get the Sparky off the board, and it does. Mini P.E.K.K.A behind for Igor. Does not save it. But now Mini P.E.K.K.A and Bats behind the giant. Lindsay in a whole world of hurt here. Tower down, left-hand side. Lindsay in a lot of trouble. Igor might have been messing around a little bit earlier, but right now doing some work. Left-hand tower down. Giant Miner going to be difficult. Doesn't get everything with the zap there for Lindsay. Minion Horde for Igor as well. So you see Minion Horde, no heal spirit. Lindsay trying to make something happen. 1 minute left, but going to be a tall order. Miner goes to the back. Mini P.E.K.K.A gets picked up by Mini P.E.K.K.A. Giant to pick up that Mini P.E.K.K.A as well. Igor playing good defense here on this side. And those arrows just say bye-bye to the minions. Time slowly ticking off for Lindsay. Not sure there's much he can do at this point. Giant to pick up the Mini P.E.K.K.A, but now Sparky that direction. That's going to be, you know, not don't want to give the Koji Mufa, but that's GG well played. GG well played. Lindsay had a great showing in 1v1, but this King of the Hill has been all Igor. And that Mini P.E.K.K.A can't quite get to the Miner, but no matter there. That's it. In case you didn't know, Igor's pretty good at Clash Royale. Very, very well played. Igor, once again, showing why he is one of the best in the world. That was a fun one to watch. Of course, that Igor Bale one. There's been some barn burners today. Let me go ahead and get those stats to come on in here. Come on, stats. Where are you? Maybe I'll have to switch over to the Lindsay version. There we go. There's your stats from our buddies over at Stats Royale. And that's going to be it for the scrims. Very, very well played, guys. I had a whole lot of fun. Guys, let me pop out here and talk to you face-to-face for a moment. Hi. Good to see you. My name is Rich Slaton. If you don't know him, I'm one of the casters for Clash Royale League. I also cast other things, like what you just watched. I just spent the weekend doing 2K for the first time. That was pretty fun. I do some World Golf Tour on occasionally with Super League. All over the place, but primarily Clash Royale is where I live and love. And if you haven't yet on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more of this. This, of course, was a best of 5 scrim, meaning they actually played through all 5 sets rather than winning by winning 3 sets to give a lot of different game time situations. So, of course, go ahead and subscribe. You can also follow me on Twitter if you want to over in the YouTube chat. I don't have all these things programmed to go to the Mad Cat chat yet. Speaking of Mad Cat, there's the Mad Cat link over in the YouTube chat if you want to go check it out. And tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. if you're in Europe, a $100 open tournament, an hour-long, 1,000-person tournament with max 3 losses. Top 8 make a bracket. Winner will take all of that $100. That's tomorrow on Mad Cat TV exclusively. Will not be on YouTube. So if you want to watch it, go to Mad Cat because that's where it's going to be. Nowhere else. And that's why the link is there in the chat. Don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, whatever it might be, whether you're on Mad Cat, whether you're on YouTube, ring bells, notifications, things like that. For most of my Clash Royale stuff, for the time being, these big events like this, they'll be dual streamed on both YouTube and Mad Cat, but the goal is to eventually move all my streaming off of YouTube, and Mad Cat is really big on mobile gaming, which I'm excited about. If you were over on the chat over there, CWA was in there for a bit, Powerbang's in there right now. So we're all very excited about the opportunities for mobile with Mad Cat as a streaming platform. And, of course, there'll be more content coming to YouTube. Some of the replays that you'll see from there will be here. And, of course, the Inside the Play series, which you can find on YouTube, where we dive deep into some of the best gameplay in Clash Royale. My semi-regular, I've had to take a break because of a job I had this week doing 2K, but semi-regular Clash Royale eSports news and some other things will all be videos available on YouTube as well. So if you haven't yet, hit subscribe. There's a link one more time. Hit like, follow, notifications, all that sort of stuff. That's going to be it for today. 2 great matchups. Thank you very much to all the teams and all the players. Tribe Gaming, Cream Esports, Liquid, and Team Galaxy, who we'll find out more about later as we get closer to the 2020 season. And, of course, don't forget that this weekend, it should be here on my channel, but there will be some big-time Clash Royale stuff happening, I believe, Saturday and Sunday here. So if you haven't yet and you want to see more big-time plays like this, massive, massive, massive event this weekend that I'm not going to tell you about quite yet, but go ahead, follow NoTiltGG at NoTiltGG. Thanks again, everyone, for coming by, for subscribing, liking, all that different stuff, and I will see you tomorrow on Mad Cat, one more time for the $100 open tournament, and back here on YouTube streaming this weekend with more competitive Clash Royale. I'm your buddy, Rich Slaton. Stay safe, wash your hands, wear your mask, call your grandmother. I'm sure she's lonely right now, and I will see you tomorrow.